Hello there, everyone, and welcome back to Radiant Moon Tarot. My name is Victoria. Today we are talking about the new moon solar eclipse in the sign of Libra. This is happening on the 2nd of October of 2024, and this will be an eclipse happening at 10 degrees of Libra, so it does have an association with Capricorn, and we do have some Saturn aspects here as well with this eclipse, but we'll talk about those. So what we're going to do is we're going to talk about the overall collective energy for this eclipse, and then we will pull cards for your individual sign. Make sure that you do watch your sun, moon, and rising sign. It's going to be important to get the big picture, but I'll put timestamps down below, and I will be posting this video in both the long form with all the signs timestamped down below, and I will also be posting it just cut up individually just for yours. So if you want to just see everything all in one place, I'll put the link to the big long video down below. Sometimes the shorter ones just helps you find it a little bit better. So October 2nd, 11:49 a.m. Pacific time. Adjust your calendar, adjust your clock for whatever time this is going to hit your personal time zone. And this is the 10th degree of Libra. So it does have associations with Capricorn energy, and we do right now have Pluto in Capricorn. So we'll talk about that one in a minute. This Libran eclipse is the last one we're going to have until 2033. Of course, we're going to have other eclipses, but not in Libra. So this is a very important eclipse to wrap things up, and which is a little bit contradictory because new moon eclipses, solar eclipses, are about new beginnings, a fresh start, making moves, right? But this one does have a link to the past. It's a south node eclipse. It has a link to our past lives, but also it's karmic. It also has links to past eclipses, especially the Libran eclipse, the solar eclipse that we had in the fall of 2023, so exactly a year ago. This can be where there's been something going on internally or externally, especially with relationships, where something has been playing out over the course of a year. And you might be making a very, very important decision at this time. Do we fix? Do we heal something? Do I want to move forward with this? Do I want this to blossom and grow, or am I done? Right? Some of you could be having breakups and shakeups at this time. And it can come about what seems to some people like being like quite suddenly, but for you, it might not actually be quite sudden. It may have been brewing for some time. So look back to the solar eclipse in Libra we had last year at this time and see what was going on. What have you been doing for the last year, and what is wrapping up now? Or of course, what are you breaking away from? Eclipses, of course, do bring sudden changes. They do bring surprises. They bring fated events. They bring the unexpected, and they can certainly bring endings and beginnings. And of course, we're in eclipse season. We've had our lunar eclipse already, September 17th. I'll put that video down below as well in case you haven't seen it. But that was in Pisces, and it was very intense, very emotional. And you're probably still feeling the energy, the after effects of that, right? And eclipse energy does last for about 6 months or so, can sometimes last a little bit longer if it's a bigger theme in your life, and sometimes things can last a little bit shorter, just depends what you've got going on. But this solar eclipse is like a new moon on steroids, so it is very strong, very powerful energy. So we do want to think about what we are leaving behind, or what we're willing to change, or what has to change so that we can restore balance and harmony in our lives. This eclipse does bring about Libran themes. And of course, Libra is ruled by Venus. So love and romance and the things that make us feel good. Venus energy brings us new beginnings. It can bring blossoming abundance in our lives. And it can also be where we do take pleasure in things, right? But Libra energy is relationship based. And so this is an eclipse where you're going to be looking at all the relationships in your life. The relationship you have with yourself, with your pets, with your family, with your friends, with your romantic partners, and also relationships from your past. Eclipses can bring things out of the woodwork, and they can bring things from your past. So you could have a friend pop in out of the blue. I've had three that people that I haven't seen or talked to since I was probably about like 13 years old, a very long time ago. And all of a sudden they're popping up out of the woodwork. I'm like, hey, how's it going? Right. So, it's very interesting what can come back into your life. Now, of course, yes, it can also bring about old romantic partners and things like that as well. But of course, it can sometimes be a second chance because maybe you missed an opportunity previously or the timing wasn't right or something. It can also be if someone's coming back in your life that maybe it's for that final closure that you need so you can finally break free once and for all and move forward and get on with your life, right? But it can bring second chances, right? So we can have some interesting things going on. Expect the unexpected when we've got eclipses, but change and transformation is the order of the day. This eclipse is going to be conjunct Mercury. So very communicative energy, very talkative energy. You might have a lot of big ideas going on. October 1st, so the day before we have this eclipse, we have a Mercury cazimi. And a cazimi is when the planet is so close to the sun, it's like in the heart of the sun. But what this does is it brings us information. We can have downloads coming in, like spiritual downloads coming in. We can have a revelation. We can have some information. You might stumble across some key piece of information that's like, whoa, mind-blowing. Someone might reveal something to you, right? You could, again, have like a huge idea that, oh my goodness, why didn't I think about this before? So something there can certainly go on October 1st, October 2nd. So something quite interesting for a lot of people, or maybe it's just a key piece of information that you need to make an important decision in your life, but certainly some spiritual energy that's going on there as well. We do have to very quickly touch on the retrogrades that are happening around this eclipse. Very important. All right. We do have October 5th. Mars enters shadow period. So it's preparing to go retrograde. It's not full retrograde until December 6th, but when Mars goes into shadow, this is bringing in retrograde energy. So October 5th, if you are an Aries, okay, this is going to very much impact you. Mars is your chart ruler. So you might find that you are slowing down a little bit. You might find that you're reflecting on things a little bit more. You may find that you have a little bit more control over situations rather than being impulsive and fiery. So it could be like kind of a very tempering energy there for you for that. But Mars will be in retrograde fully December 6th up to February 23rd. Keep an eye on February 2025. It's going to be a big deal, okay? Same thing with going into next eclipse season in the spring. There's going to be a lot of things that are connected to this eclipse. So you could have some recurring themes. You could have some things that come up multiple times. And you could, of course, have more than one opportunity, right? But you could be hitting some milestones here also. So it's very interesting energy that we've got going on. But February 2025 is going to be very interesting. And when Mars is retrograde, it starts in Leo and finishes in the sign of Cancer. So it does do like kind of a little bit of a traveling effect there. But there could be something that starts and something that ends, or it could be something that maybe you put on hold and then you pick it back up again. October 9th, we have Jupiter going retrograde. All right. And Jupiter will be retrograde until February 4th. So if you are ruled by Jupiter, so Sagittarius and Pisces, because Jupiter is your traditional ruler, you might be feeling these effects more than other people. We're all gonna feel it, but you guys are gonna feel it a little bit more. And so right up until February 4th, you might feel that instead of expanding, you're restricting. You might feel that something that is kind of been moving forward quite steadily kind of all of a sudden slows down a little bit. And it's not a bad thing. It's just that it could be a pause for a reason, like a pause for the cause. It could be that maybe it's so that you can pay more attention to detail with something, right? It could be that, quite often when the universe slows us down a little bit, it's to protect us from something, right? So, take the retrograde time and the slowdown and some energy to use it to your advantage. October 11th, Pluto goes direct. All right. And Pluto is retrograde right now in the sign of Capricorn. It's at the anaretic degree, 29th degree, now or never. You know, you might be feeling some pressure to get something done. So Pluto has been retrograde for a while. We've been in reflection. A lot of Pluto goes down into the underworld, goes to the shadow and brings something to the light. So there could be some revelations coming in. There could be some big ideas. It can also be where you've been reflecting on something for quite a while and now you're taking your power back, right? So Pluto brings change, transformations, endings, new beginnings, brings an evolutionary kind of energy, brings secrets to light. What is hidden is revealed, and it also focuses on, of course, wealth and power. So October 11th is when you might be supercharged to take some sort of action. So it's again a little bit of contradictory energy, because usually when we got these big retrogrades, it is slowing us down. But because Pluto is direct, this is a big deal. It's the last time it's ever going to be in Capricorn, right? In November, it goes back to Aquarius, where it'll stay for 20 years. And so this can be, a time when instead of we're being calm and reflective, we're bursting forward and bursting free. So big breakthrough kind of moment for us all. So we've got a lot of contradictory energy going on. So, stay grounded, find your balance, right, Libra? It's going to be important to connect with nature. Venus, right, can go outside. Just try and find a little bit of space each day just for yourself, right? So that we can navigate this energy that we've got going on, with crazy things going on in the skies. But we will get through it. But very important time, collectively and individually, of change and transformation in our lives. So we're now going to pull some cards for each individual sign. Your sign is linked down below. If you do enjoy my content, do enjoy the video, please do quickly give it a like there. I truly appreciate that. It does help my video get seen, and it lets me know that you resonate with the readings as well. So check out your timestamps. If this is your shorter form version, then we're just going to get right into your sign right now. Thank you guys for watching. Hello there, Aries, and welcome to your solar eclipse in Libra reading. So this is very much focused on your relationships here, guys. This is happening in your 7th house, which is ruled by Venus, and it is Libran energy. So friendships, business partnerships, family relationships, your relationship with yourself, your relationship with spirit, right? So we get all of these things going on. So you could have, unfortunately, some of you could potentially have a relationship that's coming to a close. It's probably been a decision that's been a while in the making. And so if that's you, number one, big hugs to you, because that's not always an easy decision, right? But it could be that you're drifting away from a friendship. It could be romantic. For some of you, maybe if you've been having some family struggles and things, maybe you go no contact a little bit. It's like, if I'm going to maintain this relationship, I need just not to be around this person as much. Sometimes we need to do that. But at the same token, we can have new beginnings and new connections coming in here for you guys. So you can meet a new love, right? And of course, we do have a karmic connection here. So soulmates, if you are on a twin flame journey, we could have that going on here as well. And it can be quite a surprise. But contracts are also highlighted for you with the 7th house energy as well. So whether we're making a contract with another person in business or in love, or this can be where maybe you're signing up for something. You could be getting a loan of some sort. You could be paying off a loan as well, right? Finishing off a contract, right? New jobs, right? Things like that. Think of anything where you need to sign your name to a piece of paper to be obligated. So those obligations could be finishing up, or they could be starting fresh and starting new. But I think ultimately, though, we do have some really positive energy coming in here to connect with people, and maybe you want to be a little bit more social. We have fulfillment coming in here for you as your first message. So something can be fulfilled. There you go, for you at this time. Whether this is someone new walking into your life, again, whether you're finishing up a contract, maybe you get a bonus or something like that. You could have something that you've previously planted the seeds of intention for, can be all kind of coming together for you now. And it may be things that you have previously given up on. And, and you're like, oh man, I've been waiting for this thing forever. And now all of a sudden this comes in there for you guys. So you could have a little bit of a surprise and something that you could maybe kind of had started to think was never going to transpire. So kind of just, keep an open mind. Okay. Well, now we do have the Chariot coming out here for you guys. So great energy. It popped out of the deck. This is Cancerian energy, but the Chariot is about victory and success. It's also about moving forward. It's a card of destiny. So something may be fulfilled for you, something may be opening up for you, something may be happening that's written in the stars. So this is exciting. The Chariot card is about, really believing in yourself, being confident in yourself. This is our ambition, our willpower, our drive and determination will get us to where we want to go. So for some of you, again, with the fulfillment card, something is paying off for you because you never gave up, because you always kept moving forward. The Chariot card is also one where there could be something new, right? It is card number 7, and this solar eclipse is happening in your 7th house, right? So there could be some very interesting things going on there. But the Chariot is also about balance and harmony in our lives as well, because in order for that Chariot to move forward, we do have to have things in alignment. Our will and our physical action, right? Our spiritual selves and our physical selves, our masculine and feminine, right? And when things are in alignment, this is where things move forward. But the Chariot can also very simply represent a vehicle, represent a car, or represent you moving somewhere or moving forward, breaking free from something and heading towards something new. Some of you could be buying a new car. You could be getting a vehicle loan or something. Maybe you're moving to a new house. You could be moving in with somebody here as well, right? 2 people coming together can be in the cards for you guys as well. And by the same token, you could be paying off one of these loans, paying off something to do with your car. But it can be something very exciting for you. We've got the Wheel of Fortune there for you also. And we've got the Lover's card. Wow, you've got 3 heavy hitters coming right in here for you guys. So the Wheel of Fortune shows that you are on a cycle of increase and forward momentum. This brings good luck, good fortune, good karma. This does bring changes, surprises, and unexpected events as well. The Wheel of Fortune is ruled by Jupiter. And of course, like we said, Jupiter is going retrograde, but Pluto is going to go direct. So, so this can certainly be about making some moves before Jupiter goes direct. And when was that again? On October 9th. So this could be something happening really quite quickly for you at the beginning of the month, a little bit closer to the eclipse than maybe some other people. But we do have the Lover's card here as well. And the Lover's card is Gemini energy. Mercury rules Gemini. Mercury is in a conjunction with this eclipse. And we, of course, have that Mercury cazimi. So you could be getting some very interesting, very important information, surprises, these ideas that you might have. All of a sudden, you have that epiphany moment, right? Expect the unexpected, because you got big, big, big energy coming in here for you with this, right? So again, probably the beginning of the month might be very active for you guys before you kind of take a step back and slow down. So you might have some stops and starts as you go along, but we certainly do have some very positive energy. The Lover's card does bring about this energy of relationships, right? Soulmates, true love, friendships, those connections that are meant to be. Some of you might have something very, very wonderful and very interesting happening. You could have a blossoming relationship with the Wheel of Fortune and the Lover's card, but ultimately the choice is yours. The Lover's card does bring about an energy of choices, right? Matters of the heart. The choice is yours. So you might have some very important decisions to make with relationships in your life. But the Lover's card can also be where you come into alignment with your higher self as well. So you could have some very interesting things going on spiritually, things going on very interesting in your mind. And of course, again, making those decisions that you may need to make. But big, big, big energy coming in here for you. Ground yourself, connect with nature, find some quiet space to meditate or contemplate or just sit in the energy of the eclipse, and especially on the 1st, right, with that Kazemi coming in there. There could be some very interesting download there that comes in, or if you've been a little bit divided on something, a little bit uncertain, this can be where you finally do get that clarity that you've been looking for. I'm going to get you one more card, and we're going to just get you an angel number message here for you guys right now. Watch for 7s, by the way, because of course we do have 7th house, and of course the first card that came out, the Chariot, was a number 7, so that could be important for you. And we've got card 0 there for you. I am limitless, no beginning and no end. So there is no beginning and no end. All is infinite. It's time to develop your spiritual side. You are gaining new sight and understanding of both godly and earthly things. I am limitless. All right. So believe in yourself, and just like the Wheel of Fortune, round and round, right? No beginning, no end, just the ebb and the flow. I'll leave that there for you folks. I hope you have a wonderful eclipse. I thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.